Hey guys, this is ArchieLuxury, and this video is a personal message to Anthony Farah, aka Timepiece, gentlemen. Let's run the intro and let's start this video. Hey guys, this is a video, a personal message to Anthony Farah, aka Timepiece, gentlemen. Now, for those of you who don't know, Anthony Farah just released a video where he's basically discusses what has happened to his business. The video was called "I Finally Hit Rock Bottom, $5 million in debt." Basically, in this video here, Anthony Farah reveals that he had two investors who lost who put in $3 million, and a whole lot of consigners had sent him watches, which he had sold, and he basically did not pay them. And so he's got $5 million worth of debt. Now, I suspect Mr. Farah there actually has a lot more debt. For example, he seems to be in an expensive apartment. He seems to have a motor vehicle, a little bit on the expensive side. Lamborghini. He also has got a whole lot of shit. So my question, this video here is a personal message to Anthony Farah. And I'm going to link to your video that you released there. And I've got to tell you, what a pathetic crop of shit. I mean, man, you made the video. You can't sleep. You're drinking alcohol. You blamed everybody except yourself. This isn't capitalism that's done this. This is your own stupidity. You basically were running a business. You had some success at some points, and you spent all the money on lifestyle decadence. And you not only did you spend the funds from two investors, you also committed the cardinal sin of spending money that was coming in for watches that had been sent to you in trust. And you spent that money on lifestyle and living costs. I dare say in the final carnage, there would be a lot more bills. For example, that fancy apartment you're in, are you on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis? I don't think so. What about the premises that you leasing? Did you on a month-to-month basis there, or do you have a commitment? So I think the $5 million figure is probably a little bit on the low side. Okay, this video here is not to talk about the exact money you owe. You owe a shitload of money. Okay, this video here is what I think this is my personal advice, what you should do. So the first thing I would do, well, you've got to notify all the people. Okay, so firstly, if you have any watches that are on consignment that people have sent you, the honorable thing would be to return those items immediately to who sent them to you. Okay, so if you have a Submariner that someone sent you, you send the bloody thing back. The next thing you do, this is what I would do, and remember, debt has no morality, but this is what I would be doing. Anything you have, okay, now the motor cars, I take it they're leased. You give those back to the leasing company, or you give them back to the leasing company, whoever has the finance. You say, I can no longer afford this. Give the keys to them back. That's what I would be doing. The next thing I would be doing is anything you have left, stock, inventory, etc. I would go to consigners who sent you pieces and say, is there anything? I would start at the smallest end and offer them things. That's what I would be doing. I would be offering them maybe furniture from your store, offering them furniture from your home, anything of value you've got. I see you've got a gold necklace around your neck. I'd be offering that to a consigner and saying, hey, I'm going to give you this necklace as a payment towards the watch that you gave me. That's what I would be doing. I would be getting rid of absolutely everything you possibly own. That's exactly what I would be doing. Get rid of vehicles. I don't think you have any property, so you are only renting. So there's nothing to sell there. The vehicles, obviously, you give them back to the leasing company. You have got anything of value you've got. Watches you give back to the consigners. Anything of value you offer to the consigners. I'd start at the small end and go up. And if you've got valuable things, you offer them to the people who have trusted their watch to you, and you have sold it and spent the money. Anything of value, somebody would prefer to get something than nothing. That's exactly what I would be doing. After that's happened, I would then be looking at, what are you going to do? I think, honestly, you may not want to go bankrupt, but I think a couple of your creditors will probably push you into bankruptcy. That's how it happens. It's not about you. It's about what your creditors want to do with your situation there. So I think you probably will go bankrupt. And in all honesty, that's not necessarily a terrible thing, but that's how it goes. Because let's look at this. You talk about, hey, I'm going to make it whole. I'm going to make it good. How the fuck do you make it good for $5 million? Okay, we're not talking 50,000 or 500,000. $5 million? Are you for real? That is so much money. Average American in their working life gets 1.7 million. $5 million is a shitload of money. And I don't even begin to know what to say about this situation, but it is a fucking disaster. It is a fucking disaster with a capital D. That's the only thing I could possibly say. It is a disaster. Absolute disaster. And you got to take responsibility for it, man. This is a disaster, absolute disaster. So my own opinion, sell damn everything. Give everything away to creditors, people the consigners. That's what I would do. And I would basically, what would I do? I think you may have to, I think you're going to be forced into bankruptcy, mate. Which is not really your decision. It's the people you owe the money to. See, they will say, well, fuck him. Fuck him. They will say, fuck him. And they'll probably will bankrupt you. Okay. Now, is that a bad thing? Well, there's pros and cons to the whole thing. I don't think you really have much choice there. Personally, I think if I were you, I'd be just having a simple life. No more fancy wancy. No more big noting yourself. I remember going on your stream, and I just wore a Milgauss, and I love that watch. I didn't need fancy wancy Patek or a fancy wancy Platona. I just was a watch I loved. You never got that. See, luxury doesn't need to be ridiculously expensive. Honestly, I miss that Milgauss was actually stolen from me. I miss that Milgauss more than anything. It was a beautiful blue dial Milgauss. I really enjoyed that piece. So it's not about money. I think, Anthony, you have really you've really done the wrong thing. My advice is to give everything you can possibly away. Go bankrupt. And I'd probably move to a low-cost state, Georgia, Mississippi, Missouri, somewhere there, cheap. Just get a trailer and just find happiness. It's not in a booze bottle. It's not in a Lamborghini. It's within. That's my advice to you. I'm Archie Luxury. And by the way, guys, if you're looking for selling or buying a watch, always go to the best dealer in America, David S.W. That's where I'd be going. David S.W. That's exactly where I would go. David S.W. You want to buy a watch, you got to deal with someone you can trust. And I fully 100% trust David S.W.
Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David S.W. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David S.W. I would highly recommend David S.W. David S.W. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David S.W. David S.W. David S.W.
That's where I'd go.